I'm on one. My big box got me feeling so bossy, like Lauren Hill. Me, I kill them softly.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Colts and the reigning Super Bowl champs coming up next.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with the Indianapolis Colts. Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And, CD, this is a passing league. I don't think you would argue that thought. But our ball game here features a couple of teams with strong offensive lines that really like to work the ground game.
And you and I have both heard from different people in the league who's saying that it's becoming a little bit of a lost art in the NFL, the ability to run the football. And we've heard from defensive coordinators who tell us that they play the pass first. That's not something you normally hear. But these two offenses, they're true to who they are. Both ranked in the top 5 in terms of rushing yardage. I think they're both going to use those massive offensive lines to try and wear down these defenses.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And out will come the leader of this offense, and that, of course, is their signal caller.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe he leans on a few other parts of the offense and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 14 carries, 136 yards, and a touchdown.
And they love what they've got in him. He's the number 4 rusher in the league right now, so you know that you have to account for him on defense, which means you can play complementary football as well. Throw the play action, get it out to the wide receivers, because they should have some open space, because the defense will key on it.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now let's switch it up here and look to throw. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. Back to throw. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. Getting into the act on the opening drive here with a sack. And remember, they had 5 last week.
And they saw that on film, and that meant that they had to get together. Offensive coordinator, quarterbacks coach, offensive line coach, receivers coach, and say, how do we beat this pressure? Because everyone has to win against the defense and get the ball in the hands of the quarterback very quickly.
The Colts send out their punter. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And this one's going to be touchdown right at about the 35-yard line. So here the Falcons now as they get set for their opening possession. And they will be led out by their 6'6" quarterback.
And I think if you ask most folks to give you their first half MVP, very likely they're going to say it's this man right here. The NFL's leader in touchdown passes to this point in the season. Still 2 months to go. But if he can keep going to the pace he's at, this is going to be a dangerous team come January, and he could very well walk away with the MVP.
A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful of one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. The numbers for him from a week ago. 18 carries, 131 yards, and also the score.
Well, he's the number 2 runner in the league, and you just know the offensive line wants to get him to number 1 because most of the good ball carriers, they take care of their linemen. Could be a gold watch in their future if he becomes the leading rusher.
Quick hitter here. It's complete. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the referee, and that means 4th down.
I'll bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call, and they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
So out now comes the field goal unit for the Falcons. They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good. And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a second.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 40, and the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. His throw caught at about the 5. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds.
Remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They'll look to throw. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. It'll go as nearly a loss of 10 on 1st and goal, so a disaster there. It goes as a 9-yard loss on the sack. It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. He'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. Now back to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They do get 8 out of the pitch and catch. However, it's 4th down.
Well, there certainly was a lot going on in that play. Every option in the end zone covered. No place to go with the ball. Had to swing it out to the back. A good job running and getting him tackled in the open field.
Can this defense hold him out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. They'll try and run for it. And not only will he not get in, he's going to lose yardage. They stuff him back at the 4. The run is turned away on 4th and goal from the 2. And this Colts defense comes up with a goal line stand. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. And he'll give it here to his running back. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, a strip. The ball comes out. And the Falcons say they have it. They do.
That's a down and distance coaches always talk about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long, and you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him, sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did, yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they start in the best of all positions, 1st and goal. The defense gets them the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. They'll set up to throw. Caught on the slant. And he is out of bounds here. Nice gain of 8 that time, but it's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They'll drop to throw. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Call it a big loss of 10 there. And it's going to bring up a 4th and goal.
Well, talk about how teams are so competitively matched and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on third down. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. And his kick here is good. And that'll make it 6-0 here in the first. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground. But that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 6-0 our score after 1. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Colts in possession as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. They're going to look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Coming up on 2nd and 7. Now a handoff as they run left side. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1.
With his size, it often takes more than one guy to get him down, but if you can at least slow him up and the reinforcements arrive, you have a chance to get him on the ground, and that they did that time for a loss.
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd. He'll look to throw. Shakes off the sack. But he can't get away forever, and down he goes. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
The Colts send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And not his best effort there as this one's going to be spotted down just outside of the 40-yard line. So here are the Falcons to take over on offense. They've got the lead right now, and remember, they are riding that very impressive 7-game winning streak, trying to push it to 8. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. He'll look to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. So, Charles, offensively, this group really playing at a high level, 7-0. We're still a long ways from discussing a potential unbeaten season, I think. But to use a golf expression, no blemishes on the card, at least to this point.
Yeah, unlike my teenage years where there were blemishes everywhere and the dermatologist was on speed dial. But I do think that they're going to have to start answering questions about this start if they keep winning games. You and I both know, we in the media will start to obsess about it and wonder, can they take it all the way to an undefeated season?
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. They went empty backfield, all their weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here to what they were going to do.
No secret, but they still had to execute it, and they still had to protect the guy throwing the ball, because oftentimes when you empty the backfield, people bring pressure at you. They managed to hold in there and successfully complete the touchdown pass.
Now for the point after. And he's got it to make it now 13-0. 5 plays there on that drive. And the end result, an Atlanta touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Indy set to go on offense once more. They find themselves down 13-0 here as they try to get things started offensively. 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 2nd down at 5. They'll set up a throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Hands it off out of the gun. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 46 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
And his first carry, he loses the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home, the next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. The fumble on 1st down now. Here's 2nd down. Back to throw here. And his throw is incomplete. The Colts on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 11. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. The Colts send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. And he's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. There he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown, Falcons. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Extra point right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore. Or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. On third down, they'll try and run for it and the ball. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
The Colts send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. It'll go as just a 15-yard punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. Here again comes the captain of this offense leading his crew back out there now. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team. Gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. The throw over the middle, taken in. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good. set. The score now, it's 23-zip. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's doing his thing. He's got some good yardage, but his team right now in the second quarter, 0 points.
Just not a complete formula. Half of it's there, being able to run the ball and set the tone. What if they may have to go to some play action, throw off the run game, and try and get the ball in the end zone?
I was just going to ask you that same thing. Maybe you use that run now to set up the pass, right?
I would think so, because the run has been very effective for them.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. With 3rd down coming up.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
The Colts send out their punter as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And look at this starting field position. That'll be touchdown inside the 30-yard line. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's hoping to get it going. They're hoping to get him going, too. You know, he's about ready to pop one here in the second quarter. He's hoping.
And his offensive line teammates, they want to get one of those, too, because they want to continue to run the football. Most offensive linemen like that part of the game better than pass protection because they're not taking blows, they're actually dealing them out. So what they want to do is show the coaches, hey, if we pop one, we're having success. That way they won't go away from the running game.
They'll be open to pop one, break one here this go-around.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And the Falcons are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Escaping the pressure right. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down. The quick slant caught. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
What terrifies defenses when they see slant routes thrown is that the receiver is on the move, and oftentimes he catches it and gets upfield. Does a really nice job rallying to him and stopping him for a minimal gain.
A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. They were held out last time. Here now is 3rd and goal from the 1. This is caught. Touchdown. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Falcons will extend their lead here just before halftime. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And the lead is now an even 30. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And the gadget play gets him into the end zone. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive as they take over here with 11 seconds remaining. Well, they're just going to run it here up the middle. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, good work in that first half. More from you guys in a minute. But first, let's get to some scores right here on the day before Halloween. We'll start with a matchup of two teams who played a memorable Thanksgiving snow game back in the 80s. Miami on the road to take on Dallas. And that one closing in on halftime with the Cowboys out on top. The Cowboys trying to finish that one off and claim victory. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. On now to a look at the next-gen stats for the Colts in that first half. And they did have some success running the football in those first two quarters. And that might be something they continue to work on as they try to get back in this game. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, you get a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And whatever they've done, it's worked, as they have the lead through 2 quarters of play.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Falcons ready to go back to work to start the third quarter. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
Forced out to his left. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll get this up only to about the 33.
He's catching down at the 33-yard line. A gain of 2 on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down, that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep with the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. And here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And they'll get him to the ground, and he has another first down at the Colts' 22-yard line. From the gun, he'll hand this off. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And they'll get him to the ground. And he has another first down at the Colts' 12-yard line. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
The ball on the 8 still could get a first down technically. 2nd and 7. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So out comes the field goal team once more. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is good. Now they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's across the 43 extra yards to the 43. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
That was a pretty good throw on the curl route there. 3rd down, and they pick up a 1st.
Defense should be aware for that, right?
They should be aware, but it was so hard sometimes.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Because when they sell that route really well, you think they're going upfield, then they curl back, show their numbers to the quarterback, and complete the play.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. And now here's a carry heading left. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. He's going to let this one go deep. And this is caught, but they say out of bounds. It would have been a 1st down, but he couldn't stay in, and as a result, they're going to have to give up the football.
Everyone gears up for 3rd down, talks about the importance of it. But 4th down, that's truly the moment of truth play, isn't it?
Everything's dialed up a little bit more. And, it's such a momentum play, isn't it?
Absolutely, because it can flip either way depending on who converts on 4th down.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. They go play action here on 1st down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
And it appears that this was just a letdown from the offensive line, but they do have a tough job because if you're a big tackle out there on the perimeter,
Sometimes you don't have the agility to keep up with the defensive end who's looking to wreak havoc in the backfield, and he got there and put his man on the ground.
Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on third down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Falcons. A big play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons continue to pour it on.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes. Carving him up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. A drive there of just 4 plays. And the Falcons score to cap it off. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Indianapolis offense ready to go again. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get them about 5 yards.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they...
Oh, now it's stripped. He loses the football. And the Falcons say they have it. They do. Defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. Really solid effort for him right now. Third quarter, already 4 touchdown passes. How many can he get here?
That remains to be seen, but I know one thing. You and I will be here to watch, and I'm not going anywhere. With what he's doing in this contest, I'm not missing a minute of it. This guy's been spectacular.
Yeah, I mean, it's a team game, but sometimes these individual performances are fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes they just kind of come to the front, despite the fact, as you said, we know it's all about the team, but the way he's playing, he's trying to make his team win on his back.
Yeah, it's been exciting. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. They'll run here on 3rd and goal. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
So out now comes the field goal unit for the Falcons. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And his kick is good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So tack on 3 more, though it's just a rare drive where they did not find the end zone.
Yeah, you're right about that, partner. But at this point, I don't think you're too concerned about that. You just want to possess the football for a while and drain the clock. You can get 3 out of it. That's great, too.
And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it now because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. So what do you get symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word and I just kept using it.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Now here's a throw. It's complete. A gain of 6 there on first.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They'll look to throw now on first down. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 46. And this is caught off a deflection. No gain on the screen there at 2nd down. Back to throw again. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. It'll be a loss of only a couple on the sack, but now it'll bring up 3rd down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. The Colts on 3rd down. Just one conversion and 8 tries. Not good. This is 3rd down and 12. High throw, but the catch is made. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 24-yard line.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Man, I've seen that play a couple of times already.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. A gain of 6 there on first.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. And his throw here's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
The Colts on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Colts unable to convert here on fourth down. And the Falcons' defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. And they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their first touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high. Because mentally, you're saying, hey, you're in the red zone. We're thinking we're giving up 3. We just want to give up 6. In this case, they end up not giving up the touchdown at all. They've got to feel great about what they got done.
They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 43 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
2nd and 11 now. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
The throw on the quick slant going to be complete.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Back to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now, they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. He'll drop to throw. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down. 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Picked off near the 26, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. Gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 6.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Falcons send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for Atlanta,
they continue to cruise as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign.
And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for the Colts, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they will get a home date next week as they will take on the Buffalo Bills.